You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Manny Pacquiao, he had a choice to either fight Tim Bradley, Terrence Crawford, or Amir Khan. The rumor, he's gonna most likely fight Bradley a third time.
Of course.
Why?
Why? He beat him twice already, for real.
So that's the reason why he's taking the fight. Safer choice.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a safer choice. And it's like, he's the A side. He's not, and you already beat him easy the second time. The first time, was very, very controversial. And I thought that, me, myself, personally, I thought Tim did some good things in there, but I thought he lost the fight. And so, of course, with him winning a world title, it's ideal. Mm-hmm. Why not fight him? Plus, it's a rubber match. They both got a win over each other, so it's a rubber match. It's the best. That's the best option out there. Rather than take a risk against a guy, like I said, once again, taking a risk against Terrence Crawford. One of the hottest young guys out there. With no value. Unfortunately, he has no value. He's a great fighter, and eventually I think that he'll get his just dues, but he is going to have to open his mouth a little bit, and when I say open your mouth, it don't got to be, talking trash or anything like that, but just in a confident way, basically.
Okay, gentlemen.
Letting the world know that I want to fight this guy, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight this guy, and make those big fights happen.
Who would have won that fight, Crawford versus Pacquiao?
I don't know. It's a pick-em fight, but I lean toward Crawford.
Mm-hmm. What about Khan versus Pacquiao?
I think Pacquiao.
Pacquiao? Okay. That's what it is. So you don't think that Pacquiao, the fact that he lost the fight of the century to Mayweather, you don't think that would have been a resurrection if he would have put it all on the line and said, you know what, let me show people I can beat this young lion that's supposed to be the future of boxing?
No. Floyd's the one that, Floyd did that. Floyd was the one that was willing to take those type of risks. The thing is this, Pacquiao is at the end of his career. He don't need no money no more. With all the money he made with Floyd fight, basically, he's in a position where, okay, who y'all got out there for me? I'm taking the weakest option. And basically, and not only that, then there's a storyline. It's a fight that can be built no matter what. No matter what people think. Once you start putting in, once you start building that fight as, the rubber match, and then the selling point of this fight is not going to be Tim Bradley. It's not going to be even Pacquiao. It's going to be Teddy Atlas. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the selling point of the whole fight. There's
going to be Teddy Atlas that he's working the corner.
Of course.
Do you give him a chance in that? And even though that's the easiest choice?
I don't give him no chance.
You don't give him a chance at all?
I just think that Pacquiao's better than him. And since that time, Tim's been in a lot of wars.
True.
And
a lot of scar tissue.
And don't get me wrong. And then, of course, they want to give Teddy all the credit for what he did to Rios. And Rios was a guy that had too many wars. No, he just had too many wars, and it was just his time. He's a young guy, but he's been in war after war after war.
But doesn't that take away a lot of the credit from Tim Bradley? If people say it was more of Rios.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take no credit from Bradley, because Bradley is a fucking warrior. Mm-hmm. He's one of the toughest guys out there. At any weight. And even in the Pacquiao fight, like I said, even in the second fight when I watched, I didn't know he was as talented as I thought. Because I was seeing how he was making a miss and all those things, but I still didn't give him the fight. I ain't gonna say that. But, Tim's a great fighter. And put it this way, when he steps in the ring, he's gonna give it his all, no matter what. He's a guy that fight with injuries, fight with whatever, but, he's good for boxing. He's one of those guys that, if you're a fan of boxing, you gotta love Tim Bradley.
Yeah. and when I talk about Brandon Reyes, it's just he's never really been known to do good against a slick type of boxer counterpuncher.
Right.
You know, so that's why he was already a heavy underdog going into the fight.
Right.
You know, just no one expected him to get knocked out with a body shot.
I mean, well, he's a tough guy. That's why nobody expected that. But I mean, but at the same time, I mean, even in the fight, it looked like he didn't even want to be there. You know, and when you see that in a fighter, you know, it is time. It's time to walk away. And I think that he did the right thing.